Hey guys, welcome to day 85. I can't even believe it's day 85. Can you guys believe it's day 85? I can't. So this is another awesome gold mine of just gold. So day 85 is called Replace Worry with Action. And I've got some like nuggets in here, guys, of like examples of how I already started applying this in life. And I'm just going to share it with you because I think it could really speak to you, especially if you deal with a lot of worry or a lot of anxiety or stress, which leads to overwhelm. I know for me, that starts to manifest when I'm really dealing with, I want to do something, but, and I'm on the path, the trajectory to do it, but then I have 3 kids and I might be walking toward the room to go and type something on the computer and to print it out, such as, like my summary of this chapter for tonight. And then I have 3 kids and they're, mom, you get it. So I start to manifest that by my shoulders start getting higher and I just get overwhelmed. And so I already applied what I learned on day 85 and it's already helped me. So I'm hoping that it like totally helps one of you. So I'm just going to dive in because I've got a lot, but I've summarized a lot because this was a long one. So he starts out with saying, don't worry, rather don't just worry. Let worry change to action. And I'll explain here a little bit. When you find yourself worrying about something, ask yourself the action question. What can I do about it right now? And then do something, anything. Any small thing works because it attacks the worry like an axe to a tree. Sometimes it's not about the whole tree being knocked down. It's about taking a few swings at it, just taking action. He says that I used to spend my time asking myself the wrong question when I worried. I would ask myself, what should I be feeling about this? Until I discovered that I was much happier when I started asking this question instead. What can I do about this? If I'm worried about a conversation or an argument that I might have had, say, with my wife, this was the author talking. I don't have a wife. So he's saying if I'm worried about a conversation or an argument that I had with my wife last night, I can worry about it, or I can ask myself, what can I do about it right now? You can do something, anything. By putting the question into the action arena, solutions may begin to surface. This is him thinking about, his argument with his wife from the night before. He could send her flowers. That's progress to a solution. Number 2, he could call her and talk to her. Number 3, he could leave a note somewhere to express his feelings. That's number 3. Number 4, he could go see her, which I'm just going to tell you right now, go see her. All of these are actions. And when I act on something, the worry suddenly goes away. It's as if worry is God trying to get your attention to say, hey, you, get over here and give this just a little bit of energy right now, because a little bit now serves to provide a lot of peace of mind. We often hear the phrase, worry it to death, but that's not the reality with worry. It would be amazing if we could worry something to death, but we don't worry a thing to death. We worry it to life. Does guys, that one's good, isn't it? We worry something to life, meaning we have just created another human being next to us and it is punching us in the gut and in the forehead and in the throat. Our worrying makes the problem grow. And usually our worry makes the entire issue or situation grow into some sort of beastly creature even greater than the actual problem itself. So here's a simple technique, and I did this today, this is awesome. Here's a simple technique to turn your worry into divine guidance and to do something now. List the things that you're currently worried about. Then spend 5 minutes per item on your list. If you have 5 things on your list, that's less than a half an hour of doing something toward the solution. Don't spend more than 5 minutes. If you do more, it will begin to feel overwhelming. So I did this. I had 5 things that were, manifesting tonight that I needed to do. And I was starting to feel worry and anxiety and all of these emotions creep in because of what I explained at the beginning. I'm a mom. I want to go do something, but yet I'm prevented from doing it because my job as mom is priority. So here are the 5 things that were kind of building up and mounting in my shoulders. I knew I had to do these 5 things, so rather than just telling you about them, I'm going to tell you what I did in taking the advice of just do something, taking action. Schedule the call that you need to make. Number 1, write the note to the teacher to follow up on the items that you need input on. Number 2. 3, send out the save the date and state that the actual invitations are forthcoming. Number 4, put the sweet potatoes into the oven to aid in the food prep that you've been planning to do for today. Number 5, spend 4 minutes and 30 seconds creating an outline on the workshop that you've been hired to lead. Spend the last 30 seconds putting time on your calendar of when it is that you will develop the rest of the workshop. So you can see what I did was I took those 5 things that are kind of the pressing things, and I assigned 5 minutes to each of them, just 5 minutes. And I did one little thing to each of those 5 things. And guess what? My desire to drink wine suddenly went away. My ability to just kind of hang out with the kids and drop into the moment without this anxiety of needing to be somewhere else, that completely went away. So this totally worked for me tonight. And I'm very hopeful that I can start to fold this into my repertoire of how I handle stress and worry and anxiety. I mean, it's not the cure-all, but it's a means to an end. It's a means of saying, okay, you know what, you're not going to be able to do it all right now, but you can do something. So that's what he's teaching us in this chapter. It is all about taking action. Sit, marinate in it, and make things funky and nasty, or do a little bit about it, and then move along. He goes on to say that, this was what I said. All of this was real for me. It all took 25 minutes, and none of the things are done, but the anxiety that was mounting in my shoulders and manifesting in a feeling of overwhelm and frustration that were causing me to be short with people simply subsided. The 5 things that were worrying me were no longer there. I didn't even have to worry about them anymore because they were handled for now. It's like God's way of saying, we've got this. If something is worrying you, always do something about it. And again, this is back to, keeping it in the context of do what you can right now with what you've got and keep it limited to like 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be the big thing that will make it all disappear, just a little bit right now. Any small thing, the positive effect that it will have on you will be enormous, and I can speak to that. Anything that worries you should be acted on, not just thought about. Don't be what? I don't know what I'm saying here. Don't care about taking action. You can make it very small and easy as long as you are taking action. Even small actions will chase away your anxieties and allow you to stop escaping into the future and allow you to return to enjoying this present moment. Now that right there is the definition of anxiety. Anxiety is when you leave this present moment and your mind and your thoughts are in the present future or in the future. That's the definition of anxiety. And when you do that, you have no control over it. So it's the very nature of what we're talking about here with worry. If you stop worrying about things in the future, do a little bit toward it, and put it on your calendar, do whatever you've got to do. It strips the anxiety, and it allows you to kind of drop back into this moment. Sometimes our anxieties turn into fears because we think of the volume of effort that is required. And when anxiety turns to fear, the only way to combat that is with action. Fear has a hard time coexisting with action. Fear has a hard time coexisting with action. When there's action, there's no fear. When there's fear, there's no action. The next time you're experiencing worry or anxiety, hey Joyce, next time you're experiencing worry or anxiety over something, ask yourself, what small thing can I do right now? And then go do it. Like just stop it and go do it. Acting on your worries frees you up to get other things in life done. It frees you up for the other things in life. It removes fear and uncertainty from your life, and it puts you back in control of creating what it is that you want in your life. Worry is a state of mind based upon fear. So here are some of my, I can never escape the life coaching part of this. So God did not make us with fear in us as something that we should live with or suffer through. Worry and fear are not supposed to be states of existence. Okay? You're not supposed to live in a state of fear. You're not supposed to live in a state of worry or anxiety. I mean, insert whatever off emotion. That's not meant to be anything other than a fleeting moment. We were given fear as a defense mechanism. I mean, we're given fear so that we can run away from the mountain lion, whatever the thing is. It is biblical to not live in a state of fear. And if worry is a state of mind based upon fear and subsequent stories we tell ourselves, then we are technically not obeying God by living in it. Okay, you're being disobedient, yo. There is no fear in love, and love is all God gives. But perfect love drives out fear because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made in perfect love, and that's right out of the book of John in the Bible. So obey God, don't fear things, just do the things that you can do now and schedule the rest. Then go enjoy this present moment and tell fear and worry, not today, not today. So there you go, guys. I hope somebody gets something out of that. I personally found this one to be one of the most beneficial chapters that I've experienced in a long time. So I'm thankful to see that on day 85, it's finally helping me out a little bit. So there you go. Tomorrow is awesome, guys. Okay. Tomorrow's day 86, obviously. And it's good. So I hope you guys are getting something out of this. I know I sure am. And anyhow, I'll see you guys on day 86. Bye.